Berg's development's been enormous. He's been by a long way their best defensive player. I mean, he's showing that he can be a defensive leader. Yeah, I mean, he's certainly worth a go at Liverpool.
Someone who's been on loan this season in the Bundesliga is Sepp Berg. He's currently at Mainz, having been at Schalke last season. So we're here with Dan O'Hagan, a Bundesliga commentator, to just ask a bit more about how he's doing. Have there been any notable developments in his game? Is he doing better than last season and with Schalke, basically?
Yeah, I mean, he's been with two teams who've struggled. Obviously, Schalke went down last season. Mainz are in the relegation places this season as well. But Berg's development's been enormous. I think you look at aerial duels won, best centre-back in the league, scored a goal against Dortmund in December. And in a very, very shaky and very muddled Mainz season, he's been by a long way their best defensive player. He has more presence on the field this season, I've noticed. Okay, he's playing in a team who have found the going very tough, but I think, yeah, I mean, players go out on loan for experience to develop, and he's doing exactly that with Mainz.
Where's his best position as a centre-back? Because he's played a bit on the left for Mainz this season, and he's also played on the right.
Well, I saw him maybe have his best game at Dortmund in December, where he played on the left of their defence that night. They got a 1-1 draw at Dortmund. First half were battered, second half held on to get a well-earned point. And yeah, I mean, he's showing that he can be a defensive leader in a poor team. Obviously, he'll want to maybe play at teams that aren't in the bottom two every season, but you know, he's learning, if you like, at the school of hard knocks. And yeah, I think he's made big strides this season, and a player who may have fallen off Liverpool fans' radar, but he may well have a future yet.
And something we see sometimes when players go from teams that are struggling to Liverpool is that often they'll look good in a low block or a defensive line where they're sat back a lot of the time. But when they come and have to play a high line, that's when it becomes more difficult. Have you seen enough to suggest he can cope with that?
I think he's very well schooled. Obviously, he was at Zwolle as a young player. I think made his Eredivisie debut at 16 before joining Liverpool. So he's a player already with, you know, for his age, lots of football behind him. He can play, obviously, as a modern defender in a range of formations and systems. At Mainz, obviously, they tend to sit very, very deep. They're very defensive. They know their limitations. I'd love to see him play in a better team to get a real measure of what his all-round game is like, because right now he's very much kind of backs to the wall, all hands to the pump. But I like him. I mean, as I said, I've probably seen Mainz 5 or 6 times this season, and he does look a very, very good young defender.
Jarell Quansah has been a defender that's come in and done a great job in Liverpool's first team. With Joel Matip potentially leaving now that Klopp's also leaving, do you think Berg has got what it takes to come in and be that fourth or fifth choice centre-back for Liverpool?
I don't see why not. He's had 2 seasons now of playing in a major European league. He's not looked out of place at all. As I say, this season he's really taken strides forward in his game. So, yeah, I mean, he's certainly worth a go at Liverpool. As I said before, he's a player with already under his belt experience in the Dutch Eredivisie, now 2 years in the Bundesliga. And he's got better and better each season. So why not give him a chance, as you say, you know, the 4th or 5th choice at Liverpool, and see how he goes, because, you know, you wouldn't really know until you play him to see how he would get on at Liverpool. But the signs are at Mainz this year, certainly, that, you know, he's come on leaps and bounds.